Hey Pisces, happy birthday. Welcome to your month, or happy belated birthday. Quickly wanted to talk a little bit about how the stars have been changing around us right now. What's been going on in the sky with the planets. So on March 1st, we have a full moon in Virgo, which is going to be affecting Pisces just because Virgo is exactly opposite Pisces naturally. So it definitely is going to be affecting Pisces for sure. March 6th, Mercury enters Aries, which means that you're going to be hearing a lot of fiery conversations between people, a lot of action when it comes to short distance travel. Venus is entering Aries on March 6th as well, which is amazing because, you know, that's going to make you really want to go out and be romantic and go on date nights, which is always fun. What I'm most excited for, which I don't think other astrologers would agree, is Jupiter going retrograde. And the only reason why I'm so excited with Jupiter going retrograde is because I want it to stay in the house that it's in for as long as it possibly can for me. So if you know your chart and you know where Jupiter is hitting, it's going retrograde, so that luck and expansion is going to be more internalized. Like there's going to be more like an internal optimism depending on the house that it hits. So it's fun. It's still fun energy. Maybe people are going to get a little bit more serious. But at the end of the day, Jupiter going retrograde is, I don't think, a bad thing because it just means that it's going to stay in whatever house it's in for you for that much longer. Just to touch back on the full moon in Virgo, full moon in Virgo, this is an excellent time to just release anything that's not serving you anymore. So on March 1st, writing down those fears, writing down those emotions, those feelings, and just letting them go, letting them wash away, especially when it comes to how you view yourself, how you've been giving to other people, especially family members, and also any Virgo aspects, any Virgo type themes. So, you know, co-workers, job, day-to-day routine, things that are just not serving you anymore, that you want to let go of, bad habits, you know, health, bad habits. For instance, my husband has the worst teeth, and he'll go to bed eating sugar, and I'm just like, well, hello, like, you can't eat sugar and then go to sleep, like, it's just sitting in your mouth. So that's one thing that on the full moon we're going to get him to release, is just this, you know, this addiction when it comes to sugar. And the best way to do that is to follow things through. You know, I'm starting to really do a lot of research on the common root of things, and you really do find that fear is at the root cause of a lot of things, you know. For instance, you know, for my husband, for sugar, it's coming from that lack of nourishment, that lack of nurturing. And also when he was younger, of course, as many parents do, when he behaved, he got a treat. So it was that fear of, you know, disapproval in himself, and now he's kind of self-nurturing through sweets. So really kind of like using this Pisces energy that you guys are so good at and diving deep and being like, well, how is this connected to what I was taught in childhood? I'm doing a lot of childhood learning right now, and just realizing, like, yeah, that's from a pattern. That's not me. So already, Pisces, a couple cards have popped out. We have one card that's popped out instantly, and it was face down, so something you guys haven't acknowledged yet, and it's a reverse Queen of Pentacles. So this is somebody in your life, and I don't want to say it's female, but it's female energy. Someone very focused on their power. It definitely feels like Aries energy in a way, because like that red fieriness. And if it is Aries energy, especially with Venus entering Aries, you know, they want some attention. They want some love. They want some affection. You know, they definitely want you to focus more on the material world. I think Pisces are dreamers, and the people around them can get frustrated when they're like, come on, get real. But, you know, at the end of the day, we need our Pisces dreamers. So this person in your life, this female energy, who really you associate with the color red for some reason. Either they have red hair, red streaks, they were born with red hair, red rosy cheeks, their favorite color is red, something where you associate the color red with them, or you just bought them red flowers for Valentine's Day, something like that. This person is kind of asking you to get a little bit more real. They want you to get on trend. They want you to kind of get with the current of the world, but it's hard for Pisces because, like I said, you guys are dreamers, you know, and you kind of don't want to be of the physical world, depending on what your moon and rising sign is, of course. But this person really just wants a little bit more attention, a little bit more affection. So if you want to, give that to them. The thing is that this card, the Nine of Wands, was on top of it. So this was flat, facing down, and this card was on top. So this is the reason why this person feels completely, ignored and, not getting the attention that this fire type person needs. And fire types, they need attention for sure. And this card is all about focusing your efforts on one thing. So you have a lot of opportunities behind you. You have one thing that you've focused a lot of attention and a lot of, building toward, but then you're looking around being like, well, I have so many other opportunities. Should I just focus on this one thing? Should I be putting all my energy into this one thing when I have so many other distractions behind me? So that is definitely contributing to this fire type person, female energy, feeling a little bit neglected, feeling a little bit ignored, because they also sense that you have so many other opportunities. They're kind of like, well, what should I do? The card that popped out after Pisces was my favorite card in the deck, and that is the Soulmate card. That's the Lover's card. This isn't just a partnership. There's another card, there's a couple cards in the deck that are just partnership, just F-boy, just, a Tinder date, just a quick fling. This is Soulmate. This is like an everlasting love type deal where you feel infinite with this person, where when you meet them, your eyes just connect. You guys, on a deep level, that they are your soulmate. That's the number one question I ask whenever this card pulls up and they're with someone. I'm like, well, is that your soulmate? If your first answer is yes, I think so, then the answer is yes. If you have to think about it, then it's probably no. But soulmate is definitely here. Lover is here. Could definitely be this fiery type energy, the more feminine side to you, who realizes that you have a lot going on, but this soulmate is just like, come on. And the good thing is that this card popped out afterwards, so everything is looking really great. So that's what your subconscious wants you to know right now, that this woman, I shouldn't say woman, but this female energy is really looking for your attention, really wanting to kind of connect on a soulmate level. And if you were to, everything would be really, really great. So that being said, we're going to get started on the reading, because there seems to be some confusion over the rest that you've been doing. The rest from partying and really considering marriage, or really looking at your common law relationship as in like, okay, where am I going with this? What am I putting out there? I don't want to fight too much. I've been giving a lot. I feel a little bit overburdened. I feel a little bit like I've kind of lost mobility. Like it's almost like it's in the shoulder area where it's like, okay, I've been giving so much where you're physically starting to feel it. I was just reading this book about You Can Heal Your Life. Holy crap, transformative. If you guys are feeling the need to get deep this month, read You Can Heal Your Life. And what she was saying is she was having some problems in her shoulder, and she stopped and she actually felt her body, and she's like, okay, it feels burning. So what am I angry about? And she just started punching a pillow, even though she was punching it with the arm that hurt. She's punching a pillow, and by the end of it, she's like, that's what I was so angry about, and she got it out there. I think a lot of the times, I'm surrounded by Pisces, and I think a lot of the times they overgive, and a Pisces won't stop giving, and people aren't going to stop taking if you're giving. Like, you have to kind of put those boundaries up, but a Pisces, because they're so empathetic and they're so intellectual and intuitive, and they pick up on other people's emotions and feelings. They want people to be happy, so they give a little bit of their soul each time away for someone that they care about, and then they completely forget about themselves, and they just get overburdened with responsibilities, and they resentments form because they're like, well, I've given so much to you, and now I feel like my support isn't giving back to me at all. But just be cognizant of the fact that you created that. You manifested that into your life, Pisces, by overgiving and not putting up boundaries. All it takes is one no, and then it just sort of, tilts everything away. Because I'm telling you, I was just talking to someone who knows a Pisces, and they're waiting for this Pisces to buy them a home. That's what I'm saying. And they're serious about it. And this Pisces, they don't own their own home. So I'm like, that just goes the extent of a Pisces and how people will take from them. Okay, so that's the theme that's going on for your birthday month, unfortunately, is just trying to find that balance between give and take, especially when it comes to soulmates. You guys have been doing really great with your positivity, with your optimism, definitely feeling star quality. This is going to be a really, really amazing birthday month, and birthday year in general, because it is a universal year 11, which is all about manifestations, and Pisces rule the unseen world, the 12th house. So you guys know how to manifest. You guys know that your thoughts create your world. And that's what you guys are really doing right now. And I think that's why people are kind of trying to take from you, because they're seeing how easy things are attracting to you right now. You're like a magnet pulling in positive and amazing things. And people are looking around being like, well, I don't have the courage to manifest these things myself because I don't want to change my thoughts. So how about I just, take more from you? So the obstacle and the aid to your positivity this month, Pisces, is sacrificing and letting go. So when I'm talking about, people, especially fiery type people, trying to take from you guys, even if it is just emotionally, you can decide whether or not you want to let it go, because you know your truth. You know whether or not this person is in there just to kind of take, you definitely know that it's a hard pill to swallow as well, but you know whether or not it's time to kind of let go and make those sacrifices, because at the end of the day, if you were to give to somebody who just continues to take and take, at the end of the day, where does that leave you? There are ways to give without it being financial, without it being draining, and that really is putting up boundaries and also questioning whether or not you want to give. You can't pour from an empty cup. So if you feel like, especially with this full moon in Virgo is all about, serving energy. If you feel like somebody in your life, especially, somebody that you may have some stored anger toward, is taking and is not giving up, and you feel like every time you give them a little bit, they want a little bit more, it definitely is time to put up those boundaries, and don't be afraid to do it. Don't be afraid to do it, because subconsciously, you are the king of your castle. You are, your queen, your reign, you're the one in charge here, and you don't need to feel like they're going to demonize you. If anything, they're just going to respect you that much more. They're going to say, you're right. Pisces, you're getting your life together, you're positive, you're happy, you're doing your thing, you're blessed, and I just want you to remain happy. Maybe you can kind of help them in other ways, being like, listen, this is what I've done, and this is what you need to do. Because at the end of the day, there is some feelings of fairness or lack of fairness. Could also be stemming back, Question why for so long you've been giving to this person. Where do you feel like it's justified? What is it that you're trying to accomplish by overgiving to this person or these people? Do you feel like you're obligated to? Do you feel like you have to? Stem that back and actually question, do you have to give to these people? Do you? I know giving is an amazing thing, but when it's not being appreciated, you might as well give to people who are going to appreciate it. Go give to, a donation bin or, a soup kitchen. When you're giving it to people who are just going to continue, who first of all probably don't even need it, can save themselves, but continue to be like more, and they're kind of preying on this, well, in the past I did this for you, and you're just feeling guilty about it. It's not the energy you want to put out, because you're giving out of guilt instead of giving out of love, okay? So just finding that balance for sure is the number one thing to do, because you're going through a huge transformation right now, and your family and friends have more strength than they're putting off. I think that they're kind of appeasing to your emotional, empathetic side. And at the end of the day, they're very empowered. They have everything that they need. So I don't know why they're coming to you guys being like, well, you owe me, Pisces. Hope and fear. See, this is what I'm talking about. There's a hope and fear now. Because the more that you guys are succeeding, the more there's going to be that expectation of giving back or giving out. So now new financial blockers and power blockers are being formed, where it's like, well, maybe this would be better if I wasn't doing so well, if I wasn't, achieving my dreams. Maybe I wouldn't feel so obligated to give to these people and really have nothing left for myself. And this reading may sound selfish, but it is what it is. It's time to kind of get honest with what you want and what the world is. So if you feel like there's a lot of selfishness in this reading, it's only because you've lived in that existence. You can't even see something that doesn't exist in your life, right? If you don't see selfishness, then you are realizing that maybe it's the other party that has some selfish nature. But there's a hope and a fear for, you know, everybody just being fine, everybody being taken care of. So it's very, very important to question why there would be a fear of everybody having that power and having that financial stability and, you know, the race being done, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, the outcome of this reading, the outcome of your birthday month is really recognizing that, you know, it hasn't been fair how much you've been given out. It's really not fair how much energy you've been given out. It's all based on the past. It's all based on fights from the past and, you know, comfort of the past and what's been going on in the past. Once that is acknowledged, once it's acknowledged that it's not fair and it's all just past related, that needs to be dead and gone and released with the full moon, that's when you'll get to this point. And this point is the one that fits so perfectly with this fire sign where you can just finally be with your soulmate, giving your soulmate that love and attention and positivity that he or she deserves, instead of focusing on where you're supposed to be giving all these other options. You're going to be getting to this point. Like, this is your month, Pisces. This is your birthday month to get your stability back, to get your power back, and be like, I'm not giving to you anymore. Make other plans, you know, make other plans for what you're going to do. I'll tell you how to manifest like I've been doing, which is just being positive and not focusing on negativity, which is just letting go of the past and saying, you know, saying goodbye to those sacrifices that you've made in the past and just feeling empowered from a very, very deep level. That's when you can show people how to get what they want with fairness and with balance, and will lead to you just feeling content with your lover here. So Pisces, one more card just for the season, because I love Pisces season. I've been like in such an inspired state. So I'll give you guys an indigo card. This is a message for your birthday month for Pisces. Okay, how about this one? Pray. That's another thing when it comes to manifesting, right? Praying. Because when you pray, you're out of your head, you're out of your space, and you're giving your problems up to a higher source. And really, that's all you need to do in order for your problems to be resolved, is to just let go, right? And say, that's why prayer works so well. So I love you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing birthday. As always, if you want to go deeper into your chart using astrology, numerology, crystals, spiritual healing, all that good stuff, send me a direct email. My email is below. Love you guys so much, and happy birthday, Pisces. Bye.